Wow. 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 That's all I'm going to say. Wow. The Las Vegas Aces, who for a lot of people were the best team in the WNBA and are the favorites to, win the whole thing. Just traded who has been, or just waived who has been their second best player this season when healthy. Yeah, that's mad. Like, Kennedy Carter, I wonder what Kennedy Carter has done. I really do. The odds of her being done for good are kind of high. It seems like she just damaged goods completely. But, like, she couldn't even last a season on a minimum deal. She couldn't even last a season on a minimum deal while being clearly the best bench player in the league. Like, I cannot believe it. I'm actually in shock because she was the player that gave the Aces more firepower from last year. Like, the Aces are objectively a worse team than they were last year. Even if you want to argue Angel Wilson's a better player. Chelsea Gray's a year older. Jackie Young is still Jackie Young. Nokia Stokes. Chiana Parker-Tyus kind of sucks. So, their X factor was Kennedy Carter. Like, they got lucky last year. And I think if we're being honest, they got very lucky that the Fever were hurt, the Liberty were hurt, the Lynx were hurt. Because the 2024 Vegas Aces with Tiffany Hayes and Alicia Clark and Kate Martin was still there and Kelsey Plum was there, so Joe Lloyd, were a much better team than the 2025 champion Aces. Like, ironically enough, on paper, the best Aces team was that team, but it's just the Liberty were better than them because the Liberty had the 2023 team. They added Phoebish. But yeah, this is one of, I believe, the most shocking moves I think I've ever seen. Update, they've waived Kennedy Carter and signed Justine Passat. Like, whatever is signing Passat's a good signing. But, like, I was always wondering, I was like, are they going to cut Janiah Barker? Are they going to just cut her? But, like, they have Janiah Barker has been out injured for the season. As has Dana Evans. They literally have 2 roster spots, as far as I'm aware, for people that are out currently out injured. I'm pretty sure they have like roster spots for somebody that's injured. And yeah, look, it's a tough one. I give the team, how many players do they have? So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, this is their full roster of 12 players. 2 of them are out injured. Like, Janiah Barker's not playing this year. They could have cut Janiah Barker. Like, but they said it's better off to cut Kennedy Carter and go with a 10-man roster. And for people saying that, Justine Passat's not going to play, they're not going 9 deep with Angel Wilson injured. Justine Passat's going to be immediately into the rotation. They're going to go 10 deep. But Kennedy Carter was the X factor that made them argue the best team in the league. She just was. Like, they were a good team. They won a title, for God's sake. But, like, Carter was the X factor. I need to see the way people are reacting to this. Same story wherever Carter goes. Can she ball, but she's toxic to the team. They're the number 1 seed. Till Age's injury, they were number 1. Numero uno. If I'm the LA Sparks, I sign Kennedy Carter tomorrow. Your season's in free fall. You have, I think, do they have time to sign anybody? Your season is in free fall. Absolute free fall. Like, and you can add the best, most talented team or talented player in your team. One of these teams, like, fuck it. If you're the Sky, you can't really get off the Diggins contract, but, like, one of these bad teams needs to sign her. She's on a minimum. And it's a really weird one because There's no issues. She's winning sportsmanship awards in China. Like, by the way, people are like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. Like, in 2023, she was getting into fights in China. She was starting brawls in China in 2024, prior to coming back into WNBA in 2024. But like in 2025, 2026 offseason, she's there winning sportsmanship awards. And you're like, what? Like, what's happening? Like, fuck it. If I'm Phoenix, I'm considering it. Because I think Phoenix might have cap room. They might be able to, offset some of the cap room from, what's her name, Wickham not playing. What are doing? Wickham so much money to not play. Atlanta, Los Angeles, Chicago, now Vegas, rooting for Kennedy Carter, one of most scouting players, but she couldn't make it work with the Aces and Becky Hammond. I agree. I don't think Kennedy Carter can make it work anywhere. I think this is probably Kennedy Carter done from the league, which is disappointing because I had Kennedy Carter in my top 5 for MVP. I had her in my top 5 for MVP at one stage. Like, she's going to be one of the best she's the best bench player of all time, probably, this season. Like, she was averaging points per minute. She was leading the league for a good bit of the year. That being said, like, the Aces bench, like, their starting 5 currently includes, if Jewel Lloyd's going to start, their bench, like, I shit you not, is Dana Evans, Kirsten Bell, Justine Passat, an injured Janiah Barker, human shot clock Bree Turner, Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, Justine Passat, and Steph Talbot. That team is garbage. That roster is garbage. And they have 3 people on max contracts, 1 on a super max, 2 max, and then 1 player getting overpaid in Jewel Lloyd. So you need to have super effective minimum contract players. And if the Aces don't get it done this year, that's their window closed, by the way. Their window's not reopening when you're paying Jewel Lloyd, when you're probably losing Jackie Young and you're paying Jewel Lloyd $800K and you're paying Chelsea Gray a max and you're paying AJ Supermax. They're, like, realistically, Kennedy Carter was the player that's keeping the Aces window open for 1 more year. I don't see them winning, nor do I see the window of winning being open. I think it's completely shut. I think it is completely and utterly shut. And yeah, I think it's an interesting one. But anyway, I'll see you guys.